The world is full of invisible lines, separating people into different orbits. Leo's orbit was a solitary one. You could see it in the way he hunched over his lunch table, his world confined to the pages of a sketchbook. He moved through the school hallways like a ghost, head down, a silent observer in a world that never seemed to notice him back. In classrooms, his voice was an undiscovered country. His hand never once breached the air to answer a question. He was there, but he wasn't. In a parallel orbit, vibrant and bright, was Maya. She was a sun, surrounded by a constellation of laughing friends. Her voice was a familiar sound in class discussions, sharp and engaged. Her afternoons were a blur of club meetings and team practices. She was the heart of the social universe Leo watched from afar. Occasionally, her gaze would drift towards him, a brief, fleeting flicker of curiosity, before she was pulled back into the gravitational pull of her own bustling life. Then came a day when the sky wept, and the rain forced their orbits to collide. Maya, a tempest of stress over a looming history paper, burst into the quiet sanctuary of the library. The book she desperately needed was nowhere to be found, and her frustration mounted with every empty shelf she scanned. Her search was frantic, a stark contrast to the calm she suddenly noticed nearby. It was Leo, methodically shelving books with a quiet, focused grace. Hesitantly, she approached him, the words catching in her throat. He didn't say much, his response a quiet murmur, but he moved with an unexpected efficiency, leading her directly to a dimly lit corner she had completely overlooked. He simply pointed to the spine of the book she needed, his quiet competence a surprising revelation. As Maya stammered her thanks, her elbow nudged the open backpack at his feet. A sketchbook tumbled out, landing on the floor with a soft thud. It fell open to a stunning double-page spread, a vibrant, chaotic superhero battle exploding from the paper. Maya was floored. This wasn't just idle doodling, it was art, alive and breathing with professional skill. The history paper was instantly forgotten. Her questions came in a rush, a torrent of genuine interest about the characters, their world, the stories behind their fierce expressions. Leo, initially recoiling in terror at the exposure, found himself anchored by her intelligent curiosity. Slowly, tentatively, he began to speak, his voice gaining strength as he unveiled the complex universe he had built, filled with a passion no one had ever heard from him before. The library became their shared space, a neutral ground where their worlds could truly merge. Maya, with her sharp understanding of people, helped Leo breathe life into his character's dialogue, grounding his epic tales with relatable emotion. In return, Leo transformed her dry school presentations, illustrating her points with dynamic sketches that captured everyone's attention. Their alliance was tested when one of Maya's friends made a lighthearted but pointed remark about her spending so much time with her new project. Without a second's hesitation, Maya defended Leo, her loyalty forging their bond into something stronger, something unbreakable. When the school announced its annual art and culture fair, it was Maya who saw the opportunity. She insisted Leo had to enter his comic, to share his world with everyone else. He was paralyzed by self-doubt, the fear of judgment a suffocating weight. But Maya refused to let him retreat. She became his champion, his producer, his biggest fan. They spent weeks in a whirlwind of creative energy, refining panels, choosing color palettes, and finally printing a small, precious batch of issue number 1. It wasn't just his comic anymore, it was theirs. On the day of the fair, their small booth was initially lost in the noise. But then, one student picked up a copy, then another. A whisper turned into a buzz, and the buzz grew into a roar. Soon, a crowd formed, a sea of faces absorbed in the story Leo had created. Standing off to the side, he watched them, a feeling of stunned disbelief washing over him. Weeks later, the world looked different. Under the warm light of a sunny afternoon, Leo and Maya sat on the grass, but they weren't alone. They were the center of a new constellation, a mix of Maya's old friends and new admirers drawn in by Leo's art. He was still sketching, but now his head was up. He was laughing, talking, an active participant in the vibrant world he once only observed from the lonely edge. The invisible lines had been erased, not just between two people, but for an entire community that blossomed from a single transformative friendship.